Hello, I'm TK, and in this video I'm going to show you how I painted up this Necromunda miniature. If you have a mountain of unpainted miniatures like I do, then you're probably more interested in getting them ready for the board than making them look perfect. So I do 3 simple steps. I do the base colours, then after all those are done, then I'll apply a wash to all of it. Then finally I'll dry brush over every area with the same base colours again. And this helps to highlight any like raised bits of skin or raised bits of clothing on the areas that you've applied the wash. As you can see, I'm just applying the skin first here. This is based on some advice I read in an old White Dwarf article from Rick Priestley, I think. And it basically said, try and paint your miniatures from inside out. So if they've got any skin on show, you do that first, and then you do like the hair, then any base layers of clothing, then armour, then items they're holding, weapons, scabbards, that sort of thing. The idea is that after you've done the interior areas, you don't need to go back and do them again. And the raised areas are the ones that are more likely to catch your brush, so it should mean less mistakes. now I'm getting ready to apply the washes. I start off with the flesh, using Reikland Fleshshade here, over the Kislev Flesh I'd used. I don't think I'd shaken up the bottle enough, so you can see it's going on really, really thick, and it's making her skin a lot darker, and I wanted her to be quite pale, seeing as she lives in a domed city and doesn't see any sunlight. So I was a bit disappointed at first. I thought maybe I'd ruin the model with how dark it was coming out. But the dry brush that I apply later actually solves this issue, and in fact helps it quite a lot because of how dark it is in some of the creases and some of the folds in the skin. Putting the Kislev Flesh dry brush over the top has given it a nice sieg into the shadowed areas. So I'm going to use Nuln Oil for the shirt here, but on its own it's far too thick, far too strong. Even for a wash, it's going to darken the white shirt too much, so I'm using Lahmian Medium to thin it down. I used 3 drops altogether, just got the brush in, poured it next to it to try not to contaminate the Lahmian Medium, and then mixed it around. This makes it nice and thin. It won't ruin the white, but it will give it a bit more depth and give it a bit of shading. And this is a good technique for anything that you're doing in white. So if you're doing Star Wars Legion, you're doing Stormtroopers, I recommend this. You could just probably spray on the armour white and then get a bit of thinned down Nuln Oil, give it a wash all over, and it gives it a definition without making the armour look dirty. So here I'm getting ready to do a dry brush over all of the areas where I've applied the wash. So I'm doing Kislev Flesh here, giving it a good dry. I'm going to dry brush all of the skin in order to make it look a bit paler and lighter like I originally intended, but it still keeps the definition that the wash gave it, which is good. It doesn't matter too much if you make some mistakes, but you do need to be a bit more careful here. Mistakes you can clear up later because I'm going to dry brush white again over her shirt, for example, so any skin colour that has gone on the shirt, the white dry brush I'll do afterwards will help solve that problem. Just make sure you don't like slap it all over basically. So the only bit of highlighting I did was the hair. I wanted it to be a bit more vibrant and bright, so I used Thousand Suns Blue over the top of the Kantor Blue, and I just used it for the fringe just to make that stand out a bit more. So all I did was I got a really thin brush, made sure the brush hairs were as thin and pointed as possible, and then I just did a couple of lines down the hair. I tried to match it to the raised parts of the model, so I'm just trying to follow the lines on the hair of the model itself. So, pretty simple video. I hope this was informative. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thanks for watching.